Oh, there we go. There we go. Whoa. Oh my days. Oh my days. Oh. Now then, and welcome back to another episode of Adventure Fishing UK. I am on the canal today, a stretch of canal that I have not fished for a very long time. So this particular canal is actually pretty abandoned, forgotten about. There's various words you could use to describe it, but obviously the canals were built a very long time ago. I wouldn't want to try and guess when and risk embarrassing myself. And since then, other things have been built, like bridges, houses, motorways, whatever, and some stretches of canal have been cut off from the main towpath, especially in sort of remote countryside places like this. Some canals become truly wild and self-contained, and I have spent a lot of time trying to catch big pike historically out of this long abandoned stretch of canal, and most of the time I blank. I will not lie to you, the vast majority even of times I will blank, but sometimes I catch very nice fish, and I'm down at this part which I've never fished before to try and do just that and to catch a big one from here, a pike that time has forgotten. So I'd say one of the biggest challenges of fishing somewhere like this is just look at it. We're in the middle of winter now and it is still very, very weedy. You have to just sort of really precisely measure your casts to navigate around all this weed and reeds and all that sort of stuff. And I've got no idea if there's even a fish nearby. The flip side is that every fish you do catch tends to be on the chunky side, tends to be pretty perfect, pretty unmarked, and may not have been caught before. And the appeal there for me is massive, to just head out and to try and catch a big pike, because if there's big fish in here and there's not many of them, then there could well be a real monster. Just to give you a quick example of the sort of prize that can be achieved putting all the hard work into fishing places like this, I will show you a clip, one of my favourite little videos I've made. It was a long time ago, so you might not have seen it. If you have seen it, feel free to skip ahead, but I never expected to catch a fish like that on a method like that. I was fishing this canal, which is all completely closed off to any boat traffic, all weedy, overgrown, the works, crystal clear, shallow water, fishing with a topwater snake. Never imagined what was about to unfold. If I get one today on this, I'll be as surprised as you are, so if I get one, how about you subscribe? Sounds like a fair deal to me. Oh, I can see it staring at it. I can't breathe. Oh, it's there. It's there. Right in front of me. Oh, heart's in my mouth. It's seen it. I can't move it too fast. Got it, got it, got it, got it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, oh my days. Oh my days. Oh, whoa. Oh, I've never had a pike this big. Whoa. Oh, it's massive.
Just here for now.
Oh, I can't believe it.
Yeah, when I went down there, there was lots of bubbles and I could see swimming.
Oh, he's pulling a lot of drag.
You got it? Oh my god.
Oh no, he didn't like that. Thanks. Oh, no. So here I've just caught the biggest pike I've ever had, by quite a long way, on the Savage Gear snake. I'm absolutely over the moon. Well, thanks for watching that. I do hope you enjoyed that short clip. I just thought, because quite a lot of you are new to this channel, I'll give you a little taste of the sort of thing I used to get up to a couple of years ago in the early days of Adventure Fishing UK. How does one go about fishing somewhere like this? Unless with a top water, but the top water bite is not exactly going to be firing on all cylinders on a day like today. this time of year in general, really. So I'm just trying to cut around and fish underneath it. It's frustrating because I almost know for certain that there's going to be a decent fish in this big basin. These two trees are just holding up all of the duckweed as this. How would you go about fishing somewhere like this on a day like today? Let me know. Do you reckon you could maybe slap a dead bait right in the middle through one of those little holes? I don't know. So the Western swim's not really working out for me, so what I've done is I've just swapped over to the Rapala X-Rap Otis in roach pattern. Very natural, much bigger bait. Well, I say much, it's quite a bit bigger bait. The thing is, they might just tail nip a bit with this, because that does happen. However, natural pattern, there has to be roach in here, and surely that would mean the pike has to have a go at this bad boy. Oh, I had a bite then. That's a nice pike. That's a nice pike. I want to stand a bit back so it doesn't see me. That did look like a decent one. I just saw quite a long back though. So I don't know how big it is. Could just be for £4 or something, but also could be bigger. Don't know how well you're going to be able to see this, but we've got some very interesting bird life over here. White heron, maybe? Well, it looks like a white heron. I'm guessing it's not. Don't know too much about my bird life, so if you do know, let me know. Looks like it's got a slightly shorter beak than a heron. Maybe an egret, something like that. I don't know how to pronounce that word. I've just seen it written down. But that is really cool to see. Sorry for the camera quality there. I had to just zoom right in on my phone as far as it'd go, just so you could see. And I've just noticed there's also a heron on the other bank, a normal heron. So that's the most promising sign I've seen all day, aside from that little tail nibble. So I'm just approaching this little narrow stretch of canal now, where I just saw that white heron looking thing. And I have to say, I'm feeling more confident than I've been all day. Definitely not every day you see something like that. Oh, just spooked it. Don't know which way it's gone, but it must have followed me right in. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, that's not a bad pike, that. Don't come off, please don't come off. I think that's the one I saw before. Not as big as I thought it was, but it's got a nice broad back on it. Come on. Get in. I was literally just about to call it and go home as well. Good little fight from it too. Oh, it's getting me a bit tangled in all of this stuff. There we go. Oh. Get this rigged and ready, unhooking mat wet. There we go. Maybe about £3.5, £4 or something. Not a big one. Thought it was bigger when I had a go at it before, but look at the belly on it for its size. What a lovely conditioned, healthy pike from this almost forgotten abandoned canal. Gonna give this fish a quick rest and a quick measure, then we'll get it back. What a lovely looking stocky pike, coming in at just about 70 centimeters, maybe a little less. What a lovely fish. Let's get it back. To be honest, I'm absolutely ecstatic with that pike. I know it's not the biggest pike I've ever caught. There's just something about catching a fish and from a place you've worked hard on over the years. Too windy to film today. I honestly thought duckweed was a summer thing. Thought the first frost was supposed to kill it all off. Obviously not. Very tough to fish around, but I imagine a lot of the pike might be using it as cover, especially the bigger ones. I did catch that last one just under some duckweed too, pretty much, so it's a real jigsaw puzzle to fish this. Just constantly, every cast I'm bringing it back covered in stuff like this. It's just not ideal whatsoever. I mean, just look at this now. If this is what it's like in January, imagine how much of a mission this place is to fish come spring or autumn. It's just an absolute nightmare to fish. But there's just something about it that really appeals to me and that just makes me keep on plugging away at it. Well, thank you very much for watching this video. I know by your standards it might not have been the best session, but by the standards of this canal, for me, for my personal goals, I am so pleased with this. I mean, I dedicated hours and hours of my time trying to catch a nice pike a couple of years ago on this canal, on this overgrown, abandoned stretch, and when I finally did it with that nice one on the top water snake, I sort of neglected it a bit, but that was because it was so difficult. And I'd even say to some extent that my sort of campaign a while ago on fishing these long stretches of abandoned river has been my greatest fishing challenge to date, based on how difficult it's been, but also how rewarding it was to catch that fish on the snake. But now I've just got the urge to explore it further and just see if I can find a bigger fish in here, because I'm sure there's a 20 around here somewhere. If you did enjoy this video and you do want to see more from this channel, then please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, drop a like, let me know what you think of the video. I'll catch you down the road.